We've taken our dome cake, which we're going to use for the bottom of our princess dress, and I'm just going to take a little extra icing, and I'm just going to give it a nice little smooth coat. Doesn't have to be too thick of icing, just to smoothen it out. All right, now that we've got that smooth enough, we're going to roll out our fondant. That again, you can choose any color you'd like to. I've chosen to use white, and I'm going to give her some pink decorations. So we're going to roll out our fondant. Again, we're going to add a little cornstarch and sugar. That's going to help from keeping the fondant from sticking to the table. Now, a little trick that I like to do no matter what cake I'm doing, I usually like to take my cake. This way I know I've rolled out enough fondant. And I'll just take a tape measure. You could take a piece of string. It really doesn't matter. And I'll kind of estimate it. Now, in this case, I would like her dress to go from the board to the other side of the board. So, I'm going to need about 16" in full diameter so we can get a nice covering on her dress. All right. Now what you want to do is knead your fondant, and you want to roll it out till you get a nice little ball. It's just like kneading flour dough. When you roll your fondant, you want to try to do it like rolling a pizza dough. You want to keep it all round. So you're going to want to turn your fondant every time you roll, so that you kind of try to get it to be in a circle. So I'm just going to keep rolling it. Now how thick you want it, it's up to you. I usually try to get it maybe 1/4 inch thick. You can feel it too with your hand to see that you've gotten an even surface. Now I think that's good enough, so what I want to do is just take the tape measure and kind of just go all the way around. Make sure that I've gotten 16 inches all the way around. All right, so that's about good. Give it just another little even roll. Now what you can do is you can use your roller, and you can use that as your guide to roll your fondant. You don't want to keep it like this too long, because then it'll leave dents in it. And then you want to cover your cake. You want to make sure that it's even on both sides, because once you pull it up, you'll get icing in it. So I'm just going to cover that. And I'm going to stretch it out to the length of the board, because I want to give her some nice pleats in her skirt. So you can take the smoother. You can smooth it out on the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my knife, and I'm going to cut it right to the edge of the board. Now it doesn't matter if there are little pleats here, because I want that. I want to give her dress some pleats. We can go back and even it out when we're all done. And we're just going to cut it all the way around. All right, and we'll remove the excess fondant. And what you can basically do is just take your finger and just create some pleats. You can stretch them longer. You can make them shorter. It's up to you. All right, and you can just take your finger and just smoothen it out where it needs smoothing. Smoothen up your pleats. All right, so now that you have the base of your dress completed, we can go ahead and decorate.